Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we're doing a full review from Masque Milano. This one is a brand new fragrance. It's called Love Kills. This doesn't officially go on sale, I believe, until the end of July next month, but I was lucky enough to be given a little 2ml sample when I was in Essence in Milan, as basically the very first bottles arrived when they were there in Milan. So it was great to smell this one. This one is really good, and I really like this one, but you have to be a fan of rose. This is kind of a story of Romeo and Juliet, where it starts off with a love story and the rose is alive and bright, and then a tragedy strikes, a dagger goes through the heart and the rose dies. That's the kind of the story behind Love Kills, and yeah, we'll get into a full review. When you first spray this one, you get this beautiful, fresh, almost silky rose. It's very smooth, it's got a fresh and brightness to it. Very, very rosy, so to speak. I believe what's happening here is that there's probably some rose absolutes as well as a rose accord built around that. And there is geranium in here, but part of traditional French perfumery for rose accords includes geranium, which brightens the rose, makes it a little bit more rosy and a bit more fresh. I feel like that's what's going on in this composition, is the geranium note just brightens the rose and makes it a little bit more alive and, you know, bright and vivid. So to me it comes off like a red rose. You kind of get the almost silky-like texture of red rose, but there's a brightness to it and a freshness. There is a soft kind of muskiness, which to me smells a little bit kind of like musk mallow ambrette kind of style. But it's not like a clean linen or a white musk. It's not those kind of musks. It's more like an ambrettalide kind of soft, textured muskiness, almost like a silk kind of blanket or something. It's just a soft musk without smelling, like I say, it doesn't smell of clean linen or fabric softeners or white musk. It's not that kind of musk. It's just a soft muskiness, which is very nice, enveloping with that rose and kind of making it more airy and light. Very kind of soft and sensual. Like I say, it reminds me a little bit of a silk kind of texture almost. This really is dedicated to the rose accord and the rose note for the main body of the fragrance, which I love because rose is actually one of my favourite notes in perfume these days. And so I'd say this is one for the rose purist. You know, if you love rose, then this will be one you want to check out. I really enjoyed wearing this one. It smells unisex, which I like. It's not a rose that smells like an old woman or super feminine, or like something like Amouage Lyric Man, which to me smells like a feminine kind of rose hand lotion. This doesn't have the hand lotion creamy thing. It doesn't smell overly feminine. It smells completely unisex. And it's a silky, soft, smooth, bright rose. Lovely to wear. I've enjoyed testing this one out. As it dries down, I get more of that kind of musk mallow ambrette-like or slightly dusty kind of feeling as it dries down. I would say the rose never fully dies on my skin. The idea is that the rose dies at the end and it becomes dusty and kind of old, and I don't get quite the depth of the rose, but I do get a soft kind of musk mallow ambrette, kind of dusty kind of dry down, which smells really nice on my skin, which is why I don't associate it with death, so to speak. It still smells lovely in the dry down. It's very, very pleasant, very nice, very soft, warm, kind of dusty, a little bit dry, but really nice. I think it smells great. In terms of performance, I get a solid 8 hours on my skin longevity, with a couple of hours of a soft projection and sillage, but I do notice it around myself within the first 2 hours, walking around outside, you get kind of wafts of it, and it's very nice. This is one of the only fragrances for this year that I would actually buy a bottle of. I would quite happily spend my money buying that, and you know, that's on my to buy list, so to speak. I think it smells great. It's like I say, it's not a feminine rose. It's completely gender neutral. Doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. I think it would smell great on anyone. So yeah, that's one that I want to own at some point in the future. I think it smells really good. In terms of season, I think you could pull that off summer, spring and autumn. I think in summer, it doesn't have any artificial kind of sweetness going in. Some roses can go jammy, some can have a lot of vanilla and kind of jammy tones, and they sweeten that rose. This doesn't have that. This is stays pure to the flower. Lovely. There's no added sweetness, so it doesn't have that cloyingness. So for me, you could easily pull that off in the heat in the summer, and I think because it's a more fresher rose, that it would actually be quite refreshing in the sunshine and work good in the sun. Spring would be absolute ideal, fantastic, perfect season for the fragrance, and autumn as well. I don't think I would wear it in the winter, in the cold weather, but yeah, fairly versatile, and I think dressed up, dressed down, I would definitely wear that in a suit, as well as wearing, you know, casual clothes or a leather jacket, or in fact I think kind of a black t-shirt with a leather jacket in contrast with a bright rose, silky rose, would work quite nicely. So casual or dressed up, male or female, most of the year, day or night time. For me, I would say it's work appropriate. I can't see really you offending anybody with this. It smells lovely. I guess if you really don't like rose, then you might have a problem, but generally speaking, work appropriate and really to any occasion. So yeah, fantastic. That's it, that's all I can say. Bright, alive, almost silky petals of red rose, no sweetness distracting it, no jamminess, just pure bright rose with this kind of musk mallow, kind of ambrette softness, leading further into the base, getting a little bit more kind of musty and soft and dusty as it dries down. Superb transition, smells great. If you like rose, it'll be one you want to check out when it comes out in July. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you again next time.